went up her blood sugar and saved her life.
Okay. And how did these other people survive?
It just didn't, Clotilda and Albina, they found them to have they found them to have low blood sugar, and they gave them stuff to raise it. And Wayne and Mike, they just survived. It was never found out.
Was there anything to do with the gender, male or female, that this influenced the effect of it, or was it just, again, just depended on the makeup of their body and their health? And
yeah, not that I know of, it has anything to do with gender.
The nurse who saved Sandra.
Yeah.
Was there anything that ever came back on you?
No.
Any retribution, consequences?
No, she never figured it out that I know of. She even asked me about it and asked if I thought she'd done the right thing.
Who was that? Do you remember her name?
Diane, I don't remember her last name.
And what were you working at that point? What shifts were you working at Telford Police?
Whatever I got called in for. I was actually working for a nursing agency at that time, called Lifeguard Agency, and I was sent to Telford as a lifeguard.
I see. So you were never employed by Telford Police?
No, I was employed by Lifeguard, and I would go to Telford and to other places as well.
Okay. And that's when you got involved with St. Elizabeth as well, right? When you were with Lifeguard?
Yeah, just, I was only with St. Elizabeth like a month and a half before I quit.
Okay. 2016 of August, which is not too long ago, you're employed with St. Elizabeth, it says here.
Yeah, I was frustrated with my job. I had a huge workload, having to learn a lot of new things, just a lot of frustration. The weekend that this happened, I had all of the people that I had to look after. Most of them were in Ingersoll. I didn't know any of them. And on the Saturday, I went in and I was doing my care. And this is really the only one that was pre-planned, because on Saturday I went in and I was doing care on Beverly. I noticed that she had a PICC line, which is a line that takes medication straight to your heart, and that she was diabetic. And so the next day when I went in, I was really frustrated, and I could just really feel the surging and the laughing, and I gave her a huge amount. I gave her, I think it was 180, three doses of 60 through the PICC line.
Did she question that at all? Or?
No, because I used one to rinse the PICC line, one to put into her antibiotics, and one to rinse the PICC line again. And she survived. She was fine the next day.
Did you go see her the next day?
No, but I was able to check it on my computer because she was seen every day by a nurse.
Okay.
So I could go into the tablets from work and see how she was.
Okay. And that was just a computer program used by St. Elizabeth?
Yes.
I see.
On their own tablet.
Okay. And these other people, where did you inject them?
Their arms.
All of them?
All of them, yeah. Sandy was probably her leg, but she was a little bit more difficult.
In August of 2016, then with Beverly, you don't remember Beverly's last name?
No, I don't. I don't even remember if her first name was Beverly.
Oh, okay.
I could probably, I don't know if I could tell you the weekend it was or not.
But she lived in Ingersoll?
Yes.
Did she live in a home, or?
Yeah, in a home.
Like her own residence, I mean, or? Do you remember where in Ingersoll it was?
No, I don't.
No. How come you have the name Beverly, but you're not sure what her name is?
Because I'm not sure if it was Bev or B or...
I gotcha. Okay. Okay. And that was the only one you had given through the PICC line?
Yes.
Did you know what the result would be compared to a direct injection into an arm or a leg or a thigh?
I'd never done it before. I never looked at it. I had no idea.
Okay.
She went to sleep fairly quickly, and I left. But when I checked the next day to see how she was through the next nurse, there was no change.
How old was she?
She was 63, 64.
And what was her diagnosis as far as her health?
She was diabetic and she had large ulcers on her leg. And she also had a severe infection.
How does that make you feel going through all that?
Awful.
Do you feel like there's a burden lifted off your shoulders?
Yes, I've done the right thing.
Do you feel there's a sense of relief?
Yes, and now I know that it wasn't God, and I'm ashamed of myself that happened, but I also think that it was mental health. You know, I think it was, I wasn't in my right mind, or I would have been able to tell. I mean, I was raised to believe in God. I was raised from a baby to go to Sunday school, so how could I get such a strong feeling that this is what God wanted, unless it was something wrong with my head?
I know we've talked about what you would say to the families and so on and so forth, but, again, I feel terrible for the people that are gonna find out in the days and weeks to come about what actually happened to their loved ones, right?
I do. I feel horrible. If there was ever anything I could do so that nobody did this again, I'd do it.
Just a few other things to cover off then.
Okay.
The things that some of these people would do to you, the hitting, the pinching, the grabbing of your breasts, would you ever report that?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was always reported and charged on.
And that's documented on their charts?
Yes.
Okay. And was there any, there's obviously never, not obviously, but was there ever any charges or criminal matters that came of any of this at all?
No. That's part of working in the nursing home, that's just what they do. Might even be your fault, dear.
Yeah, who said that?
Mrs. Carbeck.
Yeah. Do you think that might have played a role in your actions?
No.
Maureen, your ex. What was Maureen's last name? When was the last time you talked to her?
I think about, 4 years ago when she wanted money to move back.
Oh.
We were only together for a year.
Okay. So she came here from?
Yeah, and brought her 2 kids.
Okay. The teenage kids?
Yeah.
I think you mentioned your statement.
Yeah, we got involved with CES with them.
Mm-hmm. When they were here?
Mm-hmm.
Have you, this document you prepared, Beth, and I know that you had stated the reason why, I guess we call it the breaking point of why you stopped,
Yeah.
was the possibility that you were going to have to be dealing with kids.
Yes, that's right.
Right?
Yes.
Is there anyone else within your career path that isn't listed on these 4 documents, or these 4 pieces of paper, that you'd be responsible for their deaths?
No, absolutely not.
And if we were to tell you that we'd come across some fairly significant or suspicious deaths at other nursing homes,
Where it's in?
right, what would you say to that?
I'd say it wasn't me.
So there's no one else involved
No.
that fell victim to your actions?
No.
Just repeat to me again the people that you've disclosed this to besides myself tonight.
Okay. The very first person I ever disclosed it to was another girlfriend at the time. Her name was. That was after I killed a couple of people, and she told me not to do it again, or she was going to turn me into the police.
When was that?
I couldn't tell you. 2008, I think. And then 2011, when I decided to stop killing, my friend. I told her what I'd been doing and that I had stopped. And then I told my pastor. And then after that, I told in 2014, after Art passed away, I went on a holiday, and that's when I really decided that this had to stop. And so I told a friend who lives in BC. Then I told, when I came back, I got advice from a lawyer. And then while I was in CAMH, well, I told my friend, before I ever went, I told my cousin, I told my friend, and I told my friend, and then while I was in CAMH, I told someone who I thought was a friend. They turned around and called the police to make sure that it had really been dealt with. And I understand that he thought he was doing the right thing. I understand that, but he had said, I won't tell anybody, and I was using him as a resource for support, and he turned around and
Right.
when I'd already shared it, so why would he call the police?
So why do you think that none of these people confronted police?
Maybe they didn't believe me. I don't know. Maybe they thought I was doing more something than the patient wanted done. You know?
And as far as believing you, are these close people to you that you've shared other deep, dark secrets with maybe over time?
I would say deep secrets with lots of stuff, yeah.
Because this is a pretty serious thing.
Yes, it is. It's horrible.
I'm telling you.
It's the worst thing.
Telling these people, and I just find it hard to believe that no one would come forward until we're just 5-6 people down the road, right?
Yeah.
Of having knowledge of it.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
And everything that telling us is the truth.
Yes, it is. Yes,
There's
sir.
nothing that's been fabricated,
No, sir. No.
and you're sure about that.
I know, so.
What would we find in your home? Did you ever document any of this activity at all?
Once in a while I journaled on it. There might be some in my home, but I don't know.
Where would
I
those
think I
be?
threw it out. If it's around, it would be in like a spiral binder in, either my desk, my other desk, or my, whatchamacallit. Come on. You put file folders into
The
it.
filing cabinet?
Yes, filing cabinet, thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's, do you live alone?
Yes, I do.
And stuff?
Yes. Did you want someone to come with me and look?
Well, to be honest with you, as part of the investigation, there's already been a search warrant executed at your house.
Oh, so the search has already been a
I
search
don't know what
warrant?
stage it's at, because we've been conversing for quite some time.
Okay.
It's probably close to being completed,
Okay,
but I'm just asking, because you've been so cooperative,
yeah,
and again, I do appreciate that.
yeah,
I really do. It just makes things a lot easier, right? Advising us where certain things might be, and you said you might have thrown them out,
yeah.
you might not have.
I might not have kept them. And then at the very end of my coffee table, there's a box, and it's got pictures and a photo of them in it. There might be something in there too.
What would be in there?
A Trinity writing pad.
Okay. What types of things did you document?
Just what I had done, how bad I felt when it happened, just trying to figure out what was going on in my head. Yeah.
Searching for answers.
Yeah.
But you're not sure if you got rid of those or not yet?
I thought I got rid of them all, but I don't know if I did for sure.
And would there be anything else as far as computer documents, something like that?
There would be, I accessed a computer support group for borderline personality disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It would be on that website.
Oh, it's just an open forum that you could join and,
Yes.
and post comments and,
Yeah.
what website was that?
I couldn't tell you, but I could find it on my computer.
Okay. And would that be something that you'd be willing to share with us?
Of course.
Give us consent to
Yeah.
look at those documents and computer websites and whatnot?
Yeah.
What's your tattoo?
Hopes and dreams.
Does that mean good?
That I have hopes for the future and dreams of the future.
Yeah. What are your hopes for the future now, after speaking over the last few hours?
That somehow, some way I can help somebody. There's gotta be somebody wherever I go, jail, penitentiary, there's gotta be somebody I can help. Maybe somebody who can't read, maybe somebody who can't write, maybe somebody who's done worse than me and feels like it'll never be forgiven. Maybe somebody who's done less than me and feels like it'll never be forgiven. There's gotta be something that can come from this. Maybe somebody can study me and come up with answers and new medications so this doesn't happen again. That's my hopes and dreams now.
Is there anything worse than taking someone else's life?
Yes. Child molestation. Absolutely.
Did you feel that you might harm the children and yourself if you were to work with them?
I was afraid that I might get that feeling of wanting to give them insulin or doses, especially since they were diabetic. And I panicked. There was no way. I was absolutely not open to that.
Is there anything else that you can think of right now?
No,
No?
I think I did pretty good.
I think you did.
So what happens now?
I'm just gonna get you to sit tight, and we'll arrange to, see what the next steps are.
Oh, okay, I might not be going home then.
I will get back to you with that.
Okay.
We discussed your, original document that's in your backpack.
Yeah.
If I were to prepare a form, which is a consent to search or a consent form, to provide us with those documents, would that be something that you'd be willing to sign?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
There's some stuff in there too that I did with the nurse.
In your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of things are those?
Like, it's called a chain link thing, so you start at what you did and you go backwards to how you're feeling, what you could have done different and all that.
Okay. Do you feel that your time at can be trusted?
Yes, very much so.
You received the care that you thought you needed?
Yeah, and an increase in medication, which I feel I needed. Yeah.
All right, sit tight for a few moments.
Okay.
And I'll be back to you shortly, okay?